All right, so in this video, I'm gonna answer the most asked questions when it comes to car rentals. I've been doing car rentals for about 5 years now. A lot of people ask me a lot of similar questions when it comes to, renting out vehicles. So in this video, if you're somebody that always had a question about the car rental space, I'm pretty sure in this video, the question will be answered. I have a list of questions and I'm gonna answer them as thoroughly as I can.
What happens when my car gets into an accident?
So that is the number one question I ask about all the time. So when a car gets into an accident, you have to make sure before the car goes out that the client has insurance. I'm in the luxury and exotic space. So when a client rents a luxury and exotic car, they must have insurance to rent those type of vehicles. Like I can't give somebody a Lamborghini Urus if they don't have insurance, because if something happens, who's gonna cover that Lamborghini Urus? The owner insurance, they gonna kick his ass out. So when an accident happens, you just file a claim with the customer's insurance. I don't do it, I just hire a lawyer to do that.
Who pays for maintenance and repairs?
So when it comes to the maintenance and repairs, that's like when I handle somebody's car on my fleet, that's the only thing required from the owner when that happens. But just recently, I actually came up with this new system for my investors that actually has been doing pretty good. So take this however you want to, but every time a car goes out, I take $50 from that revenue and put it up into like a maintenance reserve fund. So as the rentals like stack up every single month, I'm taking $50 per revenue and just putting it up for like any type of maintenance. If it's an oil change you gotta get, if it's some tires you gotta get, or like whatever the case may be, something pop up on the car, we could just use that maintenance reserve fund for that maintenance that needs to be done on that car. So that's what I've been doing lately. But when it comes to maintenance and stuff like that, that's probably like the only thing that you have to worry about because the car need maintenance.
What are the best luxury and exotic cars to invest in?
So the best luxury and exotic cars are like the AMGs, BMW M competitions, Lamborghinis, Maybachs. Out here in South Florida, like Miami, that's what people typically want. So I'm gonna go with like the S580 Benz, or like the GLE AMGs, or like the GLS Maybachs, or like a Lamborghini Urus. If you're like in a popular city where there's millions of people and there's a lot of tourist activity, 9 times out of 10, they want those type of cars. Any like AMG or M competition does very well in those cities, especially out here in South Florida.
How often will my car be rented?
So I never make a promise to all the owners and investors, because some cars may go out like 15 days a month, and there's some months, honestly, there's some cars that go out like 5 days out of the month. So I don't never make no promises. But one thing I can say, if there is a vehicle that's in demand that I have, then 9 times out of 10, your car will get booked every single month. It have to be a demanding vehicle, meaning like a car that's hot in the market, a car that everybody want to rent out. So for example, like if we looking for like a Mercedes and I say like, let's get an S-Class, but you want an E-Class, like your E-Class is not gonna rent like that because S-Class is more in demand than the E-Class. I never make no promises, but if we get a demanding vehicle, then you don't have to worry about your car sitting.
How do you screen renters?
So I do a heavily screening, like I do a heavily background check, I do a driver license check, and I just go based off like, my intuition, pretty much everything, like even how they text me and how they talk to me, like I go based off that. I'm about to give a client a $50,000 or $80,000 or $100,000 car. I want to make sure who is this client, you know what I'm saying? Like what they gonna do. So I just do a heavy background check, and that background check actually tells me a lot about the person. So I just screen every client that way. And also if they got like insurance, depending on the car that they have on policy, kind of gives me an idea on who they are, you know what I'm saying? So
can I still drive my car whenever I want?
Yeah, you can. I never had no issues when the owner want to use their car for whatever reason. But from my experience lately, like all the investors that work with me, they just want to make money. They just got that car as an investment. They rarely use their car for whatever reason. So yeah, like when working with me, I'm not like, give me your car, you can't get it back. Like, owners could take their car whenever they want to, and they could also terminate our contract whenever they want to. There's no commitment to our agreement.
What fees or expenses should I expect as an owner?
So again, the only fees and expenses is probably like the maintenance, anything could happen on the vehicle, like any inconveniences, and the car note and the insurance that you got to pay every single month. That's like the only thing I could say that you should expect, honestly.
What makes your company different from Turo or other companies?
It's a good question. So I do get asked that quite a few times. So when it comes to Turo, I always recommend people to start off on Turo if they want to, get their feet wet, if they want to be in the business themselves. The only difference is with Turo, you have to be there manually. Like you have to meet the client manually, or you have to like do a whole bunch of the prepping of the car and whatnot. Turo is just like the platform that you use to list your car. They have the clients. They don't really screen out their clients, so I don't think they do, but you have to be there manually to do most of the things. Like the people that I work with, like my investors and owners, most of them are like busy professionals. They have a high paying job. job or they entrepreneurs, they don't got time to meet up with clients, do background checks, insurance verifications. That's where I come in and pretty much handle everything for you. I have the system, I have the platform, I have the brand. It's a done for you business where anybody in the country could come in and invest a vehicle and get paid out every week or every month. So if you're watching this and you need somebody like me to help you make passive income through car rentals in 2026, just, shoot me a DM on Dud Rents and I got you. I'll click the link in the description and apply to book a car and I got you.
What insurance do I need?
Another question I get asked on a lot. So people all ask me like, yo, what kind of insurance do I need? Do I need commercial insurance? To answer your question, the only insurance that you need is your regular personal auto insurance. If you want to get commercial insurance, then by all means you can, okay? It wouldn't hurt. If you get a commercial insurance, you have to have an LLC. And if you don't have an LLC, you have to create one. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe your LLC have to be 2 years old in order to have a vehicle listed on there. I don't know if they changed that rule up, but at least from last time I heard about that, the requirements, at least 2 years old. If you currently have an LLC, right, then you could actually list your vehicle or register your vehicle on your LLC, but you have to have commercial insurance, which could be a little pricey. You don't need it unless you're trying to grow a fleet. Like if you're trying to grow like 3, 4, 5 cars plus, then okay, commercial insurance is probably required. But if you're somebody that doesn't want to rent out 1 to 2 cars, regular personal auto is fine because your insurance will never be primary on a rental. Again, when I rent out these cars, I require insurance from these clients. So these clients must have the proper coverages to rent these vehicles out. So that's when I verify the client's insurance. And if they have the proper coverages, their insurance is primary onto the vehicle and not your insurance. So to answer that question, all you need is a regular full coverage auto, right? And that's pretty much it. When you do have regular full coverage auto, do not tell the insurance that you're using it for rideshare or any business purposes. They're gonna drop. So it's just up to you. If you got an LLC that's sitting, you know what I'm saying, you wanna register a car under there, then it's cool, then get commercial insurance. But if not, you could just literally have regular personal auto on your car.
Which cars have the highest ROI?
The car that got the most ROI, in my opinion, or the best ROI, is the exotic vehicles. Like I want to say like the Lamborghini Urus, the Lamborghini Huracan, McLarens, Ferraris, because you could just keep those cars for like 6 months to a year. They hold their value pretty well, and then you could just resell it. I just say you get like a Urus you found for like $200,000, and you rent it out. And I'm just throwing numbers in a while, but you rent it out and you made like 100 grand that year off just revenue on rentals, right? So boom, you probably generated 100 grand, and let's just say you resell it for like $150 to somebody. You're not really in the red. I'm saying this is just an example. A lot of people out here in Miami, they actually do that. They actually get like a Urus, keep it for a year, or an exotic vehicle, keep it for a year, then resell it. As long as the mileage is within reach still. In my best opinion, in my honest opinion, I think exotic vehicles have the best return on investment. Okay.
Is financing or paying cash the better option?
So obviously I'm gonna say paying cash is better, but it also depends on your situation. So let's just say if you are new to getting a vehicle, right? You never financed a vehicle before, then financing a vehicle might be a better option for you because it'll help your credit. It'll build like an auto loan history for you. That way, when you get auto loans in the future, it'll be a much of a smoother process to get approved for certain loans. If you want to do cash, then cash is probably preferred if you just can't stand having payment, right? I have an investor that paid a car out cash because he don't like the payments, which is understandable. Or if you don't have credit, like if your credit is bad and you can't invest in a vehicle with credit, then buying a car out cash is probably the best option. Obviously, you need to have a large sum of cash to purchase a luxury or exotic vehicle. But financing is like the most common way. You can never go wrong with financing. Little to no down payment, depending on your auto loan history and your credit. Yeah, honestly, either way, it doesn't really matter. It just depends on your situation. So yeah, guys, hopefully, I think that's all the questions. I try to put all the questions in one list, but hopefully that answered most of you guys' questions because I get asked these questions a lot. So I said, let me make a YouTube video on that. Again, if you're somebody that's wanting to join a car rental business in 2026 and you don't know where to start, or you don't know what to do, or you're a busy professional, you just want to make some side income through a luxury or exotic vehicle, I can help you. I've been doing car rentals for about 5 years now, and I done helped countless of car owners earn thousands of dollars with their cars completely hands-free. I got owners in different states. They're doing what they're doing. They're working their job. They're building their business. And I'm just helping them make passive income every single month. Like I just had an investor flew in from New Jersey last weekend. He dropped a Cadillac Escalade and it's on his first day rental. It went out on his first day rental a couple days ago, and he's just in New Jersey, just collected payment. It's a done for you system. It works. I've been doing this for quite some time. I'm confident that I could get you a car that's in demand and help you earn passively every single month. If you want to be a part of that opportunity, shoot me a DM on Dud Rents on IG, or click the link in my description in the bio that came with this video, and I'll be more than happy to help you. And that's it for today's video. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.